Sometimes the most life saving science isn't about invention, it's about insight. Keytruda, the immunotherapy drug that transformed lung cancer treatment, was almost never developed. It wasn't discovered in Merck's own labs, it came from an acquisition. In fact, it was shelved, overlooked, and at risk of being lost in the shuffle. But what came next, by Merck scientists, deserves serious praise. Rather than leaving acquired molecules to collect dust, Merck's scientists actively mined the portfolio and found MK3475, which was later known as pembrolizumab. They recognized its potential to target PD-1 immune checkpoint, and they didn't just advance it. They executed faster and better than the competition. As David Shaywitz wrote in Forbes, this was a rescue story, one where the drug, quote, might have languished, a promising compound lost in a crowded sea of others, end quote. Instead, Merck's team validated the compound, ran lean trials, and got accelerated FDA approval by 2014, ahead of Bristol Myers Squibb, despite being the underdog. And the result was that by 2023, Keytruda brought in $25 billion in annual revenue and became the standard of care across multiple cancer types. But here's what's most inspiring. There was no AI, no large language model, no biomarker algorithms at the time. Just great Merck scientists, sharp thinking, and the courage to act on an overlooked opportunity. Imagine what we could do now with today's tools. AI can help us find the next Keytruda faster. It can scan compound libraries, interpret patient data, and prioritize assets trapped in the same metaphorical filing cabinet where Keytruda once sat. The lesson from Merck? Don't just build, look again, think differently, mind the overlooked. Because somewhere in your backlog or on a partner's shelf might be the next billion-dollar breakthrough. And with the right people and tools, we won't miss it this time. For example, generative AI and LLMs are already providing valuable access to wonderful life science technologies. Researchers at In Silico Medicine used a generative reinforcement learning platform to design novel DDR1 kinase inhibitors, cutting down early stage discovery time to less than 46 days. Similarly, Genentech has piloted LLM-based literature triage systems that help medical affairs teams quickly identify key findings from hundreds of new papers per week. These tools are helping scientists escape information overload and surface promising leads that might otherwise stay buried. I'm Dan Ryder from Bridge Informatics. Thanks for listening.